Hey, what's going on, everybody? Shot from the Point News here. Tommy C. And I'm about to drop the biggest news of the season, possibly thus far. Besides John Scott, anyway. Carey Price, as being reported out of RDS, or at least translated to me from the Germinator, who is a close associate of this particular YouTube channel. They're reporting that Carey Price is now done, finished for the entire Habs season. The lower body injury itself has been shrouded in a lot of mystery. We don't know exactly what it is, but apparently there is some kind of surgery coming up, and that will leave Carey Price out of the lineup, not just in the near future, but for good, or at least for the rest of the 2015-16 season. To sit there and say that this is going to affect the Habs negatively, it would almost be redundant or silly. You know that. That's huge. I don't know if that's going to make the difference between the Habs making the playoffs and not making the playoffs. I honestly don't believe that. I really think guys like Pacioretty have to step up for the Habs and other players as well. Carey Price really is more important to have in the playoffs, but you got to get him there first. But either way, that's not going to happen. This is huge. It almost sounds too simple for me to say that. This is absolutely, positively huge, and it's a really unfortunate blow for the Habs going forward. I don't know if this cements them not making the playoffs. I certainly still think they're in the fight, even though there's been, let's face it, a collapse. And on top of this injury, there are lots of sources reporting that Michel Therrien is finished and done. Not 2 or 3 weeks after Bergevin said, the buck stops here, I'm not firing the coach. But it seems like a desperate times call for desperate measures. Maybe Bergevin wants to save his job by firing Therrien. And I got to be perfectly honest with you, whether he fires Therrien or not, the guy who really has to go is him. They need a complete management makeover over there. The only reason I honestly couldn't blame Bergevin is if the Montreal Canadiens, which is tough for me to believe, don't have the financial position to make a big move. I do think Montreal does have the pieces in place to win a Stanley Cup, but not all of them. And honestly, Montreal has not made a big move in almost 20 years. Mark Recchi? Well, the Philadelphia Flyers got John LeClair. Can you imagine P.K. Subban and Ryan McDonough on the power play in Montreal? Well, that never happened because he was traded to New York for Scott Gomez. In recent Canadiens history, some of the worst moves have been made. And I don't think firing a coach is going to be, that's not going to solve the problem. And certainly losing Carey Price on top of that. This is devastating news for the Habs, especially with their incredible start of this particular hockey season. I really thought they were the best team in the league. Better than the Kings, better than the Blackhawks, better than the Capitals as far as mid-November. After that, they look exactly like what they are, a team fighting to get in the playoffs. That's it. I'm Tommy C. Carey Price out for the season. That's what I'm reporting. RDS is reporting, and thanks to the Germinator for being our French guy, translating it for me. Carey Price, finished.